Welcome back to FM Storey. Things have gone pretty well in Season 6. We're currently sat third in the league. It's very unlikely we're going to finish in the top two. And it's also equally as unlikely that someone is going to overtake us from fourth. So we should be guaranteed to finish third pretty much. Coming up in this episode, we've got the end of the league season and we're still in the Europa League. We've got a quarter final coming up against Juventus to start the episode. So without further ado, let's get into the action. We've made it to the second leg of the game against Juventus. We've played two episodes since We've made it to the second leg against Juventus. We've played two games since the end of the last episode. We played the first leg against Juventus and we've played a league game against Hibs. The first leg against Juventus went about as well as it could have gone, apart from an injury that Can picked up, so he's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. But Amane Romeo popped up in the 72nd minute with a winner, and it was a bit dicey in the first half, but in the second half it only looked like we were the ones who were going to score. And then we had a 8 p.m. kickoff on Thursday, and then in the league we had a 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday ahead of a trip to Turin to play the second leg. So less than 48 hours between the first leg and the league game. So we picked a fully rotated team. It looked like it was getting off to a great start. We took an early lead, but as the game went on, our players just did not perform. Hibs came away with a 3-1 victory. It hasn't made too much of a difference as far as our position in the league's concerned. We are still 13 points clear of fourth place Aberdeen going into the split. So there is only 15 points left to play for. So we should be pretty safe in third position. That's why we decided to play that rotated team in the league. If it was tighter, it would have been a much harder decision to make. But now we're going to the second leg with a 1-goal advantage away in Turin. Can we manage to knock Juventus out of the Europa League? So this is the side we've picked for the second leg. We are, as we said, missing Can with an injury. Baddy's coming to the starting lineup. He probably would have started the first leg, but he was struggling with a bit of a knock. We are also missing Alejandro Garcia, who's still out injured, so Finlay McAllister's continuing at right back. And we did have a scare in training a couple of days ago with Romeo picking up a knock, but apparently he's fit enough to start. We'll see how much of the game he can last. They've made a number of changes from the first leg. Rabiot started the first leg. Chiesa started the first leg. Lopez and Keane have come in for them, but it's going to be a tough game, especially being away from home. We just need to try and come away with something. So they're going with a 5-3-2. We're going with that 4-2-3-1 that we've gone back to in the second half of this season. Right, a free kick for them in a dangerous position here. Simicast to take it. He's gone for goal. It's deflected off the wall. It's been kept alive. And Locatelli's turned it home. And that is what we didn't want. If anything, we wanted to keep it quiet. Keep the crowd quiet. I mean, they've got exceptionally lucky with that. We just didn't react, and then when the cross came in from Moretti, no one was anywhere near Locatelli. Right. We are, I think, going to struggle here. Simicast to the back post. Oh my god. Matsson's basically hit it against Baldanzi. It looks as though our Europa League campaign's going to come crumbling down in this quarter-final. I don't know what Matsson was doing. Right, free kick on the edge of the box. If anything, FM's taught me this actually might be a pass. Yeah. Usually in FM, a free kick there is going into the back of the net. And this is... It went through the wall. I mean, that's far, far from what we wanted. The players just haven't turned up. I think probably the occasion's got to them a bit. Right, we've sent the same team out. Right, we made some subs. We made a tweak to the formation. We're going a bit more direct as well, just to see if we can somehow get our way back into this game. Right, Maatsen with a throw. Shimahira back to Maatsen. Down the line for Shimahira. Into the box. And they've cleared. Maatsen picks up the loose ball. Rechik to Elise. McAllister. And now they're going to break. And this is probably the fourth. Moises Keane. Oh, he gives it away. Rechik. Sin. Driving forward. Bermudez. And we're back in it. 3-2. 3-1 on the night. 3-2 on aggregate. We couldn't pull this off, surely. Sin did well. Found Bermudez. And he takes it first time and just whips it into that bottom corner. Must have been close to being offside. Just about onside. Right, Bermudez with a throw. Edstrom back to Bermudez. Edstrom. Maatsen's dinked it towards the far post and it's come off the crossbar. Right, from the goal kick. They've bypassed our press, such as it is. Chiesa, McKennie. Surely that's not a penalty. And this is game over now. Unless Liam Kelly can do something special. Oh, we saved it. We're still in with a chance. Right, Maatsen with a free kick. Elise back to Maatsen. Driving forward. And the keeper's turned it behind for a corner. Maatsen to take it. Insinger. It's headed up in the air. Elise. And that was a waste. Should have gone back out to the corner taker. Into injury time. And I think this is just going to peter out now. Oh no, they've got a throw. Right, Gaze has won it back. Maatsen to Edstrom. Elise coming forward with it. Into Spears, the 16-year-old. Gets a cross in. And Barcola scored. We've levelled it up on aggregate in the 92nd minute. 16-year-old does exceptionally well, gets to the byline, crosses it. Barcola with the header, gave the keeper no chance. I mean, it looks like we might be heading to extra time now. They've now started going for it. They've gone 4-2-4. And somehow we've come back to take this to extra time. Both teams look a bit out on their feet. We look a bit worse than they do. Right, so from extra time, the kickoff, they've got the ball. Maatsen's header only came to Keane. Now they're into the box. Chiesa. We've won it back. Maatsen, don't do anything stupid with it. And he does. Mika Marmol for them. And Kelly turns it behind. We've suddenly started inviting pressure on ourselves. Moretti to take the corner. And they've volleyed over. Right, Gazer to take the throw. Spears. Another cross to the back post. This time they've headed up in the air. Barcola. Maatsen. Edstrom from distance. Deflected. And now Moises Keane's breaking with it. They've got a man over at the back post. Pulled it back. they just had a spare man. They were pouring forward once our shot was blocked, and Moises Keane puts them back in front on aggregate. Right, we're into the second half of extra time. We've changed the formation, tweaked the formation again, just to try and see if we can create a chance to get ourselves back into this. Right, now they're breaking, and there's a massive gap. We're leaving ourselves well open to be picked off here. That's got to be offside, ref. Liam Kelly's managed to turn it behind for a corner. They've gone ultra defensive again. Rabiot to take the corner. Kelly comes and punches it. Another corner for them. And that's game over. Just pure defending at the back post. And then the keeper should have held on to it. Simple as that. Right, a corner for us though. Maatsen to take it. It's been headed clear as far as Turnbull. Bermudez hits the woodwork. Geza, we've got the ball back in the box again. Bermudez chasing it out. Driving towards the box. Geza from distance. Keeper punches it clear. And now they're attacking with Geza. And that's definitely game over now. I think when you look at our Europa League campaign this season, like we've done more than was expected of us. We finished second in the league phase. Having won a first leg and then losing the second leg 6-2, you would think is bad. Oh, Barcola. Oh, it's made it 6-3, but it's 6-4 in aggregate. We need another 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of extra time. I don't think it's going to happen. But, I mean, this Juventus team's so much better than we are. Well done by Barcola in the end. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too little, too late. And there we have it, full time. 6-3 on the night, 6-4 on aggregate. I think we've, over the whole course of the tie, as we said, we've given a good account of ourselves. Now we just need to finish the league season off and make sure that we qualify for the Europa League again next season. Since we went out of the Europa League, we've played 4 games. We've won 2, drawn 1, lost 1. We've not played very well in any of them, to be perfectly honest. We have guaranteed ourselves to finishing in 3rd. We are guaranteed to be in the Europa League next season. What qualifying round we are in depends on who wins the Scottish Cup. The Scottish Cup finals between Rangers and Hibs. If Rangers win, we'll be in the playoff round. If Hibs win, we'll be in an earlier qualifying round. So hopefully Rangers win the cup final, so that we don't have to have as many games in July and August as we've had in the past 3 seasons or so. But now we've just got an away game, away at Rangers to end the season. So let's crack on with that. This is the side we've picked for the last game of the season. Shimahir is just back from injury. Garcia is just back from injury as well. Hopefully we can end the season on a high. I suspect we're going to get quite a lot of offers for some of our players in the summer. So for some of these players, it may well be the last time that they wear the jersey. It really is a game with absolutely nothing on it. We can't finish any higher or lower than 3rd. They can't finish any higher or lower than 2nd. They've got to throw Weir to Araujo. And Nelson at the back post heads over the top. Right, throwing for us. Garcia to take it. Throws it straight to their player. And now there's a massive hole where he should have been at the back. Jovic. loses out to Elise. Right, Richik gives it away. Costinha from the edge of the box, and luckily it's not on target. Right, it's Juventus with a free kick for them. We managed to scramble that off the line. It's still in the box though, and luckily they've volleyed it well over the top. We are not at the races in this game at all. There we are, half time. Not an awful lot of anything's happened in the game so far. A typical end of season game, to be honest. Right, we've got a goal kick. McKenna goes short to Edstrom. Elise bringing it forward into Romeo, or Babadi in fact. Can back to Romeo. Oh, Richik. The midfielders are moving all over the place. Romeo now bringing it forward. Tries to go on the outside, gets cut off by Cifuentes. And now they're breaking Jovic to Costinha, who's going to run away from Edstrom here, I think. And that was a shot that he dragged and looked like it was going wide. And it definitely takes a big nick, or at least it looks like it takes a big nick off Edstrom there. Costinha looked like he was going to go away. Edstrom gets back, and it definitely comes off Edstrom and goes wrong foot to the keeper. And there we are, we end the season with a disappointing 1-0 defeat. We dominated the ball and just did not do anything at all with it. And like I say, I think there's some changes need to be made for next season. And there we have it, the end of another episode, the end of season 6. And it was a bit of a up and down season. I'm absolutely delighted with the Europa League. Bit of a step up in competition. Took Juventus to extra time before getting knocked out in the quarterfinals. Gutted to have lost the League Cup final after extra time. And league-wise, we finished third. We qualified for the Europa League, which was the board's aim. But disappointed at how far behind we were of Celtic and Rangers, having split them last season. And we've got a lot of players that are attracting interest in the summer. A lot of players that want to leave because they're not playing enough. I think there may be a fairly sizable moving around of the squad this summer. So join us next time to find out who stays and who goes, and to see the start of season 7. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.